I hear the cattle in the water in the pond. They're moving around in the water.
cattle seem to be over here now, in this shade. I'm going to be working over here. On the left. I'm going to park in the shade. I'm trying not to disturb these guys. They're all huddled in the shade, trying to get away from the flies, I guess. Yeah, that red cow, she looks like she's getting ready to have a calf, but by my calculations, since she lost her calf in February, the end of February, she could only get the earliest she could have got bred was sometime in March, the end of March, I'd say. Just say April. Yeah, earliest you could have a calf would be like the end of December or the beginning of January. Look at her tail. That's from standing in the water too long. Her tail got rotted off. Their tails get longer in the wintertime because they don't wallow in the water like they do during the summer. Look at her switching their tails, keeping the flies off. Well, I can't sit here and watch them all day. I mean, I could, but I shouldn't. I need to get some work done. Yeah, once I get this corral done, I'm gonna round them all up in the corral. I'll have to buy some corn at the feed store, ground corn, and feed them some corn, get them all in there. Of course, by the time I get around to doing that, summer will be over and the horse flies will be done. I guess you just have to live with it until I get around to it. But I want to spray them for flies. Not so much for the flies, because I got the oiler for that. It's the horse flies. The oiler don't really help with the horse flies. No, they're all leaving now. Well, there's a white calf off to the left. Bully's moving around. They're going to head out now, I guess. Probably go back down to the water. Yeah. It's not really that hot. It's probably around mid 80s. Here comes the bull. I don't think Bully's neck will reach around far enough to get his nose up on the top of his back. Look at all those horse flies. My gosh. I just can't imagine all these flies on me. I wonder if the flies, those horse flies, they produce some kind of numbing agent after they make their, whatever they do, however they get in, through the skin. I guess when they first go in, it's probably painful. That's why the fly is trying to chase them off. But if once they get attached, maybe they secrete some kind of numbing agent to numb the area a little bit, so they can keep drinking till their bellies get full. Oh, well, he's trying to get some dirt up on top of his back. You could probably feel it. But, well, I gotta get going. I came out here to do some work. I got a new tool to use, sort of. Yeah. For digging that hole. It's just another pipe like I've been using, but it's not tapered on the end. Or at least one end is not tapered. Yeah. I think this pipe that I just got out today, because I just found it today, and the other pipe I've been using, I think they connect together somehow. What they connected to, I don't know. I don't know where they came from. I really don't know. Anyway, because this new pipe I've got, it's about the same length, and it's got a one tapered end, and then the other end is not tapered. So it'll be easier to push the dirt out if I use the straight end. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just enjoying the air conditioning while I'm here. Before I get out, because my work area is in the sun, I think. Oh, but first, before I do anything, I want to grab, see if I can find 3 pieces of the 12-foot tin roofing metal roof, where I got the other short ones yesterday. I'm going to see if I can find 3 12-footers, and if they're any good to use. Because when I get done pouring concrete, I'm going to use 3 12-foot sheets to lay across there instead of smaller ones. It looks like his horseflies moved. Well, I gotta go. Get to work. There's a nice breeze blowing up this hill. Yeah. Nice breeze blowing up from down there, from the bottom. So I think, and it's partly cloudy, so there they are. There's the cattle. She's munching on that bush over there. There's the 2 newest babies from June and July. And if I remember right, that's the oldest calves. That's from January, and that's February. That's a yearling from last year. That's a yearling from last year. And this one's a yearling from last year. That's the number 1 cow, or the mama cow. And that's her first calf, her 3rd calf, her 4th calf. Yeah. And that white one is the first calf from the 2-tone cow. So right now I got 5 cows out here. But I'm thinking this heifer here is going to get bred eventually, because she's 18 months old, so she's old enough to be bred. The only question is, well, if she can hold his weight when he tries them out here. I'm selling that one sometime this fall, September or October. I guess that one's a yearling too, but I think it was born later. I think that was born last year. I was born the end of April last year. The one in the back, the browner, reddish one. So she's 18. She's only 16 months. Is that right? Yeah, she's around 16 months. Well, like I said, it ain't too hot today. Mid 80s. I don't think it's going. Oh, for the next week or two, it's going to be in the 80s, mid to upper 80s. But nothing showing 90 in the forecast. It's also not showing much rain either, you know, for the next 2 weeks. I think there's one chance next week, the end of next week, maybe a low percentage. Yeah. I better go. Let's go do some work. They're munching again. Yeah. Sky's overcast, but not completely. Scattered clouds, they call it. Oh, some of them went down there. The red cow. She went. I don't know if she went down the road or I can't tell which side. I think she went down the road. Otherwise, she'd be way down in that ditch on the other side of the fence. Anyway, I'm here to figure out how long these are. I need one 12. I need 3 that's 12 foot. These are longer, looks like, than this. So I'll see which one measures 12, and then I'll try to get 3 of them. I got my tape measure with me. There's still a cow under the shade. They're all moseying out here. Anyway, I got this measured. It's the second pot over. These are the 12 footers. Yep. Let me get 3 of these. I should have brought leather gloves. That first one is heavy because it's got a lot of leaves and soil on top of it. That's deposited over the years. It's probably been here 20 years or more. Well, since around sometime in the 90s. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say in the mid 90s maybe. What would that be? Close to 35 years, over 30 years. These things have been laying here. Let's see if they're any good when I get that stuff off of them. I'm not even sure there's 3 here. I'm going to drag this one out first. There's a horsefly flying around me. Let me dump that stuff off. Well, that's the bottom. It's not too bad. It doesn't look too bad on the bottom. I'll probably use that as the top when I put it on the finished concrete work. Now to get 2 more. The white cow and her calf, plus the other younger calf, over there by the truck. The rest of them are down here. They're going to make their way down to the bottom eventually. I got one out. I got the 3. I'm going to flip them over. See what they look like on that side. Yeah, the bull and the 2-tone cow, they went down the road, which is okay. I got the gate closed on the bridge today, so there's no worries there. Sweating already. It's really not that hot, and there's a nice breeze coming up the hill behind me. I can see the, what do I see down? Oh, that's the bridge. I see the bridge down there. Right down there. Through that gap. Yeah, I had to leave. The other day I unhooked this wire. I was hooked down there. But I have to leave the top wire because if the cattle come in here, I don't want them going that way. I might have to put another dummy wire there so they can see it better, because the top one's kind of old and rusty. Anyway, I got what I need out of this pile. Old roofing. Yeah, white cow still over there somewhere. There's two calves are there. Yeah, I'm not getting much done today except this so far. Now I gotta drag them all the way over to there somewhere. Yeah, she's over there nibbling on something with her calf, the white calf, and the other cow's calf too. Yeah, at least there's a nice breeze to cool my sweat. Yeah, feels good. That breeze is always good. Sometimes I like the wind, like now. I made a few improvements this year. Let's see, what did I do first? Well, first thing I did was do the concrete work down on the bridge on the west side, ramp there. Strengthen the bridge on that side. That turned out pretty good there. Spent some money I didn't want to spend, but oh well, that's what you got to do to improve. That's how those get bent over. Anyway, see what I do next. The next thing I did was move that post that was over there. I moved it over and then added a 6-foot gate to make that entrance wider on this side. Much wider. And then I installed 2 gates there because I wanted to get access to the old hay. In case I have, like I said, I got bales on this side now, and I want to feed out the old hay first. And in case I do get a second cutting, they're going to go on the other side, so I need a way to get in there to get the old hay out. In the past, if I had old hay left over, I would arrange them in like move like 2 rows here and extend it out over, on the side, and then I'll still have room to sack in new hay on the side of it. I didn't like that because I had old hay and new hay. I always like to feed out the old hay first. So now I got the double gates there, I can access the old hay in the middle. I've always wanted a gate in the middle anyway. Yeah. Now I got one. And then I did that one. All I did there was move it 16 foot from back there, somewhere back there, where that blue ends. Yeah. That blue, or maybe not the blue, but there's a second post behind the other one. Yeah. Somewhere there, and I moved it up 16 foot, and I just put it there. I didn't like it back because it was eroding there. So now it's a lot better up there. Well, they're still nibbling over here. They're all spread out. What else did I do? I don't remember. No, that's all the big projects I did. Last year I changed that gate. I had a 12-foot gate and I put a old 16-footer in there. Yeah, that was last year. All I need now is I need to get a load of rock. Well, I got to finish this. Also I started that concrete work on those ramps. Yeah. That was toward the end of May, or I think end of May is when I did the last pour. Yeah, but I started that in April, I think. Anyway, I gotta get going. Red cow's already went down. She's probably in the water already. At least they're finding something to eat. That's good. They don't look too good on. Oh no, they don't look too rusty on this side. So that's what I use for the top. Now I just got to drag them. I'll drag the first one, and then I'll want to grab my leather gloves and drag the other two. Okay, though, didn't go down yet. Some of them did, though. The bull and 2 cows, at least, that I saw. The red cow first, and then the bull, and then the 2-tone cow. They went down to the creek, I'm sure. The rest are still hanging out in the shade there. I think eventually they're going to head down there as it heats up, because there's not many clouds to cool it off. Sun's bright and hot too. I got those 310s moved. I don't know why, but lately my legs get tired real fast just by doing a little bit of walking. I don't know. I think I just lack of exercise. I think that's why. I need to start doing more walking. Just walking up and down the road, maybe. Anyway, back to work. Now, when I'm all done, I'll take them out. I'll just leave them up here in case I need them for something. But then I'll be able to, once I'm done with the other side and everything's finished, I can just drag these across just like I did those. But this will go across both sections. Yeah. The main thing is keeping the leaves out. You could tell where these were stored. You could tell how many leaves had fallen over the 30-some years that they were out there. Yeah. Pays not to throw anything away. You never know when you might need something 30 years later, like I just did with these. Oh, this is cool over on this side in the shade. I won't be in the shade there though. Yeah, I lost the shade. I had some shade up there, but it moved off, I guess. I should start earlier, but it's hard to get going. Go munching away over there. There's that tree I cut down. I don't know, sometime this spring. I don't know exactly the date, sometime. Yeah, and I also, since I had to move these 3 gates, and I had to move that panel out of the way, because the tree was leaning a little bit this way, going in that direction. So you can see how I cut it. I cut it in the direction that it was leaning. Yeah. And then since I had to take the gates down, even before I took the gates down, I knew I needed to replace that post, the posts that were there, because each post was broken. Yeah, each post was broken, and on the broken post over there, I had that little skinny one up against it to hold it together, and here I had another post strengthening this one that was broken, and when I went to take that panel off over there, I found out that post was broken. So when I would put everything back together, I moved the post, the extra post here that was strengthening it. I moved it over to there. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. And here, these 2 utility pole posts, I made them 10 foot because I had that much. I had about a 20-foot some log or a post at the house, and that came from when I forget what year it was. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while. Had a storm blow over, and it broke my post off at the bottom. It just broke off at the bottom. Didn't fall over because the cedar trees held it up, so that was good. And the wires too, of course, from the transformer. But they still had to come out and replace it. And I got to keep that post for years. And I finally decided to use it for this, and it worked out pretty good. Yeah, I made it taller because I wanted to connect the tops. Yeah. Anyway, I was able to cut that down and put everything back where it was. So that worked out pretty good. So now I got this tree. I still don't know what kind it is. I'm thinking it might be a hickory, just by the leaves. Yeah, I think it's hickory. I can tell by the bark. I don't see any other hickories around here. There's one on the small one on the other side of that tree there. See up there, that little bitty one? That's a hickory. Anyway, it's coming down eventually. If I don't cut it down, it's going to come down on its own when it rots. But hickories last a long time. But if the roots are dead, a good storm will push it over, roots and all. So that's why I got to cut it down. And the way it's leaning, I'll use that to my advantage, like I did that one over there. But to do that, I'll show you. Yeah. I don't know how strong the roots are. I know I got hit by lightning. See the bark it blew off up there? Yeah. I can't see. That looks like an old scar. Looks like the tree tried to grow around it. Anyway, you can see where the tree's leaning. Leaning's right that way. Right across where I'm going to be working. Right over there where that tin is. I call it tin. Yeah, but the only problem is the limb that's hanging out. Yeah, I need to find a way to cut that off before I cut the tree down. I'm not sure how to do that though. I'm too old to climb a tree like I was in the younger days. Even with the ladder, I don't think I could reach that. Yeah, but the one that goes that way, I like to cut it off. Because the other one is going to go, the tree's going to fall that way. The limb out here, that'll be easy to, that'll help it fall right there. But this one here, I'm afraid will, unless I can get it to fall more that way, I might be able to do that. I'll just have to fill it over here to make sure that other limb clears. Yeah, I think I can do that just by looking at this. Yeah, I can make it go. I can make it go that way, like I did on that one. And even without me cutting it, I won't have to remove the gates then. I think these 3 gates are only one in line of fire, so I know the silver one closest to that post. That's good, and I think I can get that one to go there, but I don't know how far. Don't know how far. I don't know if this gate will actually go across here. I could do that, bring it out over here. Then that one there, I could bring out over up against there. Yeah. Let me try that. Let me see if that'll work. Well, I think that should work. Moving the gates. This one was easy to move, and so was that one, the silver one. But that one, I couldn't get it over this hump here, so I dug out some, but it still got stuck. So I just unhooked the 2 hinges and laid it up against there, and then I hooked the top hinge. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll just leave it that way until I get done with this concrete work here. Yeah. And then I'm going to move my to-do list, move this tree up to the to-do list. After I get done with that, then I'll cut this tree down here. I'll have to move this, but that won't be hard. It's just one panel. I'll take them T-posts out too. Yeah. I'm going to try not to take that post out, but I'll take the wires off. Yeah. I've been wanting to put a new post in there anyway. I just use that because that's all I had at the time. Yeah, that's all I had, and that's an old gate anyway, so it doesn't move that often. Just when I need to sort cattle in this corral, I close that gate and I close another old gate that I put in on the other side so they don't go behind this thing. Yeah, I think this should work. I should have enough clearance. Hard to see with the sun shining. Yeah, if I can fell the tree a little bit farther this side, move it over to there, fill it over here, which I think I can, which by the way that's angling, I can get it way over here. But I can't go too far because it'll get drug up on those trees, hung up on those trees there, and then it might fall back that way. So it's a fine line there. I could probably cut that elm out. Not really doing nothing. Gives a little shade, but not much. Nothing that I can use. Anyway, I didn't plan on doing this today, but I'll just leave it like that. But I need to get this tree cut down and the gates put back before I can sort cattle to get that one that I'm going to sell, and get the one that I want to move up to the house too. Now, come out here to work on this hole down in there, and I haven't even started on it yet. But I do have a new pipe to dig the hole. Using this pipe, cutting with this, digging this. I've been hammering it down on that end. That's why it's all beat up. Oh, wait. Yeah, is that right? No, I started using this end. I started using that, but then I would bang that on there I would bang that on something to get the dirt to come out, but then it got all bent up. So I did it for this hole here that I'm working on now. I use this end, but see how it's tapered? See how it's tapered? I think it's tapered, and I was wrong. Both of these ends are straight. They're not tapered at all. But it's shorter. It's shorter, so a little shorter. But see, this is how it's supposed to work. Well, I guess not. I thought that would go inside, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where I got these from. Could have been from an auction. It came in a box with a bunch of other stuff. But I'm going to use this one now. I said it's a little shorter, but it'll be easier to push the dirt out if it's not slanted, because when the dirt goes in, when I push it out from the other end, it compresses and tightens up in that cone, in that tapered part. So I'm going to use this one now today. It's already pretty deep. Yeah, but I'll make it deeper. First, I would take a break in the truck. Although the the cool breeze out here is pretty nice. And whenever, I don't know, every time a cloud covers the sun, it seems like the air gets cooler, which it probably does. I can see a little bit. I don't remember exactly when I sprayed that, but it was the day before the rain, and the rain was Monday? Something like that. Yeah, or Monday or Tuesday. Anyway, it had not quite a day before the rain hit it. So the weeds are turning yellow there a little bit. Keep an eye on them. I'm still going to take a break inside the truck. Yeah, we're out here. I just need some water and rest my legs. It's 2 o'clock right now. And now I'm in the full sun. I'm just going to sit on my end gate. Got a nice breeze coming up here, so and I got a sweaty shirt to keep me cool. Yeah, nice breeze. Yeah, after I get this ramp work done, concrete poured, this will be my next big project. Yeah, but I still got some grass to cut behind the house through the pasture. I think this will work. Once I take this gate off and that panel off, and the T-post out, I'm going to try to leave that post. If it gets busted when the tree falls, it's okay. I'm going to replace it anyway. I should just take it out though, because if it breaks off, it'll be hard to get the stump out. Yeah. So I'll probably take the post out too. I'm going to take them wires off. I'll just undo them. Whatever posts I put back in there, I want to tie those, because it holds this gate up. It holds this gate up a little better. I probably didn't have to do that. If I had a bigger post, I wouldn't have to do that. So maybe I'll just get a bigger post and be done with it. But like that post over there, or at least that one, the short one over there. I don't have any offhand. I have to buy one, but I know where to get them. Anyway, I'm just going to rest for a while. I'm tired. That's as deep as I'm going to go with that pipe. Pull the pipe out and add some rock to the bottom. And then I got to do some measuring to see how long my white pipe is going to be, so I can cut it off of that one over there. 2 pieces. Well, 1 piece, and then I'll cut that in half. I think about 10 inches, 5 inches for each hole. I'm just guessing. The concrete's about 4 inches, or will be. Over there, I already got concrete in that one. I may have to take a little bit of rock out of that one at first. Well, let's put the rock in then. Now I'm going to pack it in with that rod. I can't hardly see it. Oh, there it is. There. Where is it? It must be right there. Too much sun in my way. Okay. I'll do some measurement. That's what I'm going to level it with, not level with, form it with. That'll be the bottom. The bottom of the board is the top of the concrete. So I'm going to move that to this side. I may not be done with the rock yet, so I'll leave that bucket here. I may have to add some more. That board there will tell me where the top of the concrete will be, the bottom of that board. That way I can measure how much pipe I'm going to need down in the hole. Because the concrete will go around the pipe. Let me measure something. I measured it with the rock where it is right now. I think I'm going to leave it that way. I could put some more in, I guess. I'm going to put the pipe in first, and then I'll put some rock in. Yeah. Oh, not so much in the pipe, but around it, up to the ground level. But I need 8 inches on this one. I'm going to go measure the other one. First I got to take that tin off. I'll just slide it to the side. I need an 8-inch pipe there because I'm going deeper into the hole. About 4 inches above, 4 inches below, give or take. But on that one, the concrete's already formed, so all I got to do is go down a few inches. But I want to make it long enough where it'll be surrounded by concrete, or at least rock. Concrete would be better on that one. Yeah, I'll dig out some of that rock in that one. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. I'll get a new piece of white pipe. I'm going to dig some of that rock out of there. I want that deeper. I dug out some rock, and I need 4 inches. Yeah, 4 inches of white pipe. So let me go cut. I need 8 inches on the other side and 4 inches on this side, so 12 altogether. So 8 inches of pipe there, 4 inches there. I'm gonna cut it off at the bottom of that pipe. I just cut 12 inches and cut the 4 inches over here. After I cut the 12 inches off, I'm going to try to slide that pipe down so it'd still be a pipe there. It was good cutting until I got to the back end. But I got it. A little crooked, but it'll work. Now I gotta take that wire off, that pipe, and then let that drop down and retie it. Okay, I cut off what I need. I need to cut off 4 inches. Yeah, then I'll have what I need. I'll just have to cut straight. Okay, cut a little bit more. I'm going to put the 4-inch one in first. Kind of crooked side end, but that's going to go into the rock, so it doesn't matter. That'll be on the top flush with the concrete. That's as good as I can get it. I might drive it down a little bit more so it's lower than the concrete. I think it's already lower than the concrete, so it should drain in. I also entered that strainer. Don't really need it, but it'd be easier to clean it out. There's only like a 4-inch dip there, but I don't want it filling up with leaves and stuff. Now for this one. I think that'll be good enough. I'm going to surround it with rock. I got it tapped down far enough where it's just below that board that I'm going to use as a strike off. That'll be the top of the concrete. And since I'm going to put rock around it, I could probably, if I need to, after the concrete's in, I can always probably drive it down just another fraction. Just enough to get the water to go through that pipe. I'm going to surround the bottom with rock now. Well, that's all I'm doing today. And when I get ready to pour this, I'm going to pour this area first. I'm going to cover that up with some. Where is it? I'm going to cover that up with some plastic. That hole. Or cover it up with something. Yeah, so the concrete don't go inside. Yeah. Yeah, I'll cover it up. I'll find something. I'm gonna switch out this tin here. I call it tin. Roofing for those 3 long ones. I'll have to take this out though. Well, I'm almost done up here. I'm going to leave them gates the way they are. Because eventually I'm going to cut this tree down sooner than I thought. Since I went to a lot of trouble to close. I had to take that gate off because it wouldn't swing that way. I'll put it back later. But first I gotta take care of this. So I guess I'm ready to pour concrete in there because I need to go to Lowe's sometime. Yeah, it's tomorrow, Friday. Yeah, I could probably go tomorrow. I decided to get 14 bags. I was reading my, looking up my past videos on this. When I poured this, I used 12 bags for that, right? Or for the other one, 12 bags. And then I used another bag and a half for that slope there. So that gives me 13 and a half. Oh, is that right? Yeah, because I think I started with 13. Anyway, this time I'm getting 14 just to make sure I got enough. If I have some left over, it's okay. I can always use it when I put a post in. Oh look, now that I'm done with this almost, I got it covered up with tin again. Oh, see how that leaf fell in there? That's what the tin is for. Keep them leaves from falling in there. Especially during winter when the wind's blowing. Oh, yeah. Now that I'm done, now there's shade. Yeah, wouldn't you know it? Now there's shade. So it's sometime after 4. Oh, look who's coming up. Mama cow and her two offspring. Her last two. The yearling heifer, the bigger one, and then her 7-month-old bull from this year. Her 6th and 7th calves. How about that? They're following their mama. Yeah, if she's coming up here, I'm sure the others are going to follow her. Nice to see them together. Well, I'm going to move some stuff. I'm going to take them off. I'll store them up here somewhere by the tree behind me, in case I need them for something else. Oh, it's 4:45 p.m. All I got to do now is drag them over here. I think what I'll do is I'll drag this one there, this one here, and I'll put that one on top of both of them. Because I got a stone. I don't know what kind of stone that is, but it's a flat stone. And I'm going to put that right in the middle. That way that one will hold those two down. Cattle are coming back up that time of day. They have I guess they have a habit, routine that they follow. Up here in the morning, and they stay cool in the creek during the day, and then they come up here in the evening or late afternoon. Let's get this thing covered up. I'll have three blocks on each end. At least that'll keep the leaves out. Only problem is every time I only use the corral maybe twice a year. Once in the fall and maybe once in the spring. Here comes the youngest ones down by the gate. Yeah, I'll just have to move these bricks out of the way. I just have to slide them this way, slide them that way, so I don't have to move very far. I still have to level that out, all that piles of dirt that came out of here, these tree trenches. And I'll probably pull those posts out when I'm ready to cut this tree down over here. There they are. Yeah, it might even keep a little bit of water out, but I noticed this tin's got some holes in it. So some water might go in there. I saw another hole down in there, so these two are pretty good. Like I said, this one is on top, I believe. That's probably why it's more rusty. And they were laying this way over there where I got them. So this would be the bottom side. Anyway, I gotta get some quick-wheat. I think I might go tomorrow. I'd like to get this done. Yeah, and then I gotta get that tree cut down too. Oh, I can't cut the tree down until I get my my chainsaw either fixed or buy a new one. Because it's not working very good at all. Last time I used it, I think, was down there on the south fence. Big tree fell down. Took me forever to cut it up with that chainsaw because it just don't work. It's hard to start, very hard to start. And then if I do get it running, it only runs for a few seconds. Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong with it. don't know. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done right now. For now. 14 bags of quick feed I gotta buy, 80 pounders. It'll cost me about $100, more or less. But especially if the price went up. There's the herd. I think that white calf's eating grass. I know the other small one is. That's a two-tone cow, dark bottom, light top. That's her calf over there. Born in June. And the white cow back there, that's her white calf born in July. Yeah. Gotta keep my eye on this red one. She might have a calf. Her first chance to have a calf would be in late December, I think. Yeah, once I get this corral done, or this part done, and the tree cut down, that tree up there, a dead one. Yeah, I gotta get them in here, because by the time I get everything caught up here, done the way I want, there won't be horseflies anymore. So I might just, because it's already the middle of August. Yeah, they've had horseflies before. Nothing new to them. Well, anyway, I gotta go back to the house. I'm tired. Yeah. So far, looking good. Once I get that side done, that side's done, except for that. I got to put a little cement around that lip there. Some of the, you could call it mud. Yeah, maybe I'll just make some mud, some the fine stuff, without rocks. Because there's already rocks in there. I want to put some cement around the edge and let it sink down. Seal that in. Okay. I'm behind the corral now. Just another view of the cattle. I didn't do very much today, but I sure got wore out. Must be old age creeping up on me. Them horseflies sure like you, don't they? Yeah. The others aren't too bad. They just like the bull. Getting a belly already. It's August, so she's got what? She got 4 more months. There's no way she can have a calf sooner than that, because she lost her calf back in end of February. So December is the earliest she could have a calf, I think. Yeah, she's got some horseflies, but she can chase them away a little bit. Bull, I don't think his neck goes back as far as these cows do. See, I don't see much on them. What? Don't shake your head at me. Yeah, she's got a belly. She can chase her flies off. Wait, another hit. What are you mooing about? She should have a baby in her too. She might have. She had about a month earlier than her, and that's her calf right there. It was possible that she could have a calf around the same time as her. But whenever I come up here, they think I'm going to give them corn. And that's what I do when I want to corral them. I'll give them corn in those little tubs. It's the best way to get them to come in. The older ones anyway. The younger ones that never had corn, like those two, or maybe those four. No. Let's see. This one, not that one. This one, those two laying down, and that one. Those are the new ones who never had corn before. These yearlings, they had corn before. The new calves are always the last ones to go in, but luckily I don't need the new ones this time. I just need, I need him, and I need that one. I'm going to sell that one. I'm just going to keep him up at the house. Train him a little bit. Give him corn. See how he grows and how he handles. I always like to have backup bulls in case something happens to my main one. Okay, girl. I gotta go back to the house. I'm tired. Take care of your children and grandchildren. All I can do is keep the fences up and make sure you got hay. Okay. No, she can't go out that way. I got that gate closed there. Okay, let's head back. I'm gonna make sure that gate's tied so that you don't knock it down. And don't walk on that tin, boy. Don't walk on that roof. He's gonna check it out. Okay. They always check out anything that's new. Oh, sure enjoying this breeze today. Oh, it feels so good. Yeah, that's the tree I want to take out. Where is it? That one? Yeah. Oh, but I gotta get that chainsaw fixed or buy a new one. I'd like to get it fixed. But I don't know. Sometimes getting something fixed costs more than a new one. Oh, I don't know. I could try working on it myself. I do need a new chain, so I want to buy a new chain anyway. Yeah. And I worked on it a few years ago trying to get it to work better. I think it's something in the switch or the carburetor. Not sure. I don't know that much about fixing chainsaws. I can sharpen the chain. Not very good, but I can do it. Here's the old stump from the other tree I cut down. You can tell which way I felled it. Right to there. Of course, I had all this stuff moved out of the way already. I had all the posts out and all the gates out. The only one I left in was that one. The shorter one, the short post. Even that post there was gone. And that fence. And this fence. I should chain that gate to this one. It's not hooked at the bottom, but it's hooked at the top. But I got it. That's it, bully. You can't get out that way. I got it hooked up there. I got it hooked over there. Look at his horse flies. I feel sorry for him. Okay, I'm done here for today. If I get Quikrete tomorrow, I might even pour this out. Or if not, I'll do it Saturday. What are you doing in there? They're so used to going through there. I usually leave that open. Okay. Let's go. Look at those flies. You don't like them, do you? Yeah, he can't bend his neck. He has such a thick neck, he can't bend it like the other cows can. Yeah, they're not so bad. I guess on the way down, I gotta throw the salt block back on the tire. The mineral salt. And I'm gonna recharge it. Oh, I don't have it. I didn't bring that out. That thing was empty. Well, maybe I'll just take it back and fill it up. All right, boy, look at this flies. His tail was a little longer. Hoping he can get some rest at night. I don't think the horseflies eat at night, but I could be wrong. Yeah. I heard somebody move over there. Oh, that's Mama Cow. She came back. She came out of that corral. Yeah, she came out. Just don't walk on that 10. What are you looking for? Huh? Huh? No, she's got some flies. She got all hers off, most of them. Oh, I gotta go. You're gonna have to move, Mama. That's it. I got my camera, my phone in a different location. I was having it in the center near my rear view mirror. This is this side of my rear view mirror. But I decided to put it over here on the left side, my left side. Can I get up this hill? I don't know. Can I? Everybody's crooked. Yeah, as long as I don't walk on that 10, that'll be okay. Yeah, they come up here in the late afternoon, I guess to get in the shade. Okay, now I can go down. Let me get that job done. Been hanging over me all summer. Oh, close the gate. Got the truck running. The AC on. And boy, is it cold in here now. Yeah, I'll empty out that jug of fly control. I need to put that salt on that tire too. Oh, I don't know if I can get in there. I'll try to back it. I probably should just walk. That's a little. I'd rather stay in this air conditioning. I stay so far. I'll slide around. I think I made it. Yeah. I'm gonna wash my mirrors. Yeah. I made it. Move the salt on the left, up to the tire, and on the right, I got to take that. There's like just a little bit left in that dishwashing bottle. I'll take that back to the house. I already got a refill for it. I mixed it up last time I fixed that. Oh, a horsefly. There's a baby horsefly in here. Okay, let's take care of this. I can go home. Okay. I'll get a refill of that. That stuff smells good. It's got Dawn dishwashing liquid in it. Mixed in with vegetable oil. That's the main ingredient, vegetable oil. And then dishwashing liquid. Oh, I wouldn't say the main ingredient is the permethrin insecticide, but I don't put that much in compared to the more vegetable oil. Kroger vegetable oil is what I bought, and then non-dishwashing liquid. Any dishwashing liquid would work, but I guess I like that better. It smells better. And then the permethrin for the fly control. Then I put the salt block back up on the tire. Okay. Yeah. All that dirt I put in there is getting taken out by the tires. But the one over here on near the fence is looking pretty good though. That's because the water wasn't standing. I put enough dirt there where the water won't stand or puddle up. It'll probably be okay. But I'm just gonna wait till I get some rock. Do it with rock. Oh, I forgot the gate's closed. Maybe horsefly in here, I think. Oh, it's 5:30 already. Yeah, warmed up a little bit. Just in the 80s. Mid 80s, so that's not too bad. windshield's dirty. When I get to it, when I get the right light. I think it was yesterday. I pulled onto the road and I didn't notice it, but my camera was full of memory. My memory was full. I didn't get the part where I drove in. I noticed it when I went to turn it off, turn the recording off, that it was already off. I tried it again just to see if it was working, and that's when I found out. It shuts off automatically when it's full. I guess I'll put the kettle back in here. There's not much left to eat, but I think they like coming in. Something different. Gotta go back far enough where I can close that wire. That's pretty good. Always good to be home. Yeah, I covered up the hydraulic hoses so the sun don't weaken the rubber. See now in the late afternoon, shines right on it. It's almost 6 p.m. About 5:45. I gotta clean up. What? Oh, I actually made it on time today for sunset. Yeah. There's no clouds though. There won't be much of an afterglow. I can't see much with the sun shining. Cool off. That's what I'm going to have for sunset. What's up there? Are those? Oh, I just noticed something. I don't remember seeing any swallows lately. Wonder if they all went south already. Those aren't swallows though. They don't look like it. Huh. Oh, that might be a swallow. No. They don't fly the same. Swallows have a different look. They're more streamlined. Yeah, but I just realized I haven't seen the swallows lately. Yeah, it's been a few days. Yeah, I didn't even notice that they were gone. But they're not flying around. I don't hear their squeaking. They're chirping. Huh. I guess their breeding season is over. And now they went somewhere else. The sun just went down. Yeah, I didn't realize they left this early. It's only August. I guess it takes some time to fly south. I guess they fly south. I don't know where else they'd go. I guess they go down to Mexico or something. I don't know. But they come up here to breed. I guess there's more bugs, insects up here. I guess they like my carport. The garage. Yeah, the sun's down behind the trees now. I can see it sparkling through a little pinhole of the trees. Anyway, at least I got here in time. I don't know where the cattle are. It doesn't matter. Okay. Well, that's all I got. Yeah, the sun's down at the bottom of the trees now. I can see it poking through. All right. And no, well, there is one cloud. There's a cloud out there. The moon should be out. I'm gonna go see if I can find the moon. Very far to find the moon. There it is. That's the end of the first quarter. Yeah. I call it a half a moon. Now, if I remember right, or my estimate is right, first quarter, the lighted, what do you call it? The lit up part of this moon is on the right side, and it's right after sunset when it's up there. On the third quarter, or is it fourth quarter? Yeah. Second quarter will end in the full moon. Yeah, it's going to start. The second quarter is starting now. It's still waxing though. It's called waxing. In other words, the moon is growing, increasing, and then after a full moon, it will start waning. It will start decreasing. Yeah. And then the start of the third quarter, I think the moon starts to go dark on this side, on the right side, starts to go dark, and then lights up the other side. I don't know. And then it ends. The fourth quarter ends with a new moon, which you can't see it anyway. All right, that's all. She's in the pond by herself. There's the moon. Oh, there's Mama Cat. She's out hunting. She's the only one in there. A couple of them are down there. The two bulls are down there. And there's a couple kittens. Three. 1, 2, 3. 3 kittens. And Mama Cat. I think she's hunting. Yeah, she's hunting. Yeah, they got this bank here is too steep. They got to go all the way around to get up. There's still the other two Highlanders are. Well, they're out of sight. Oh wait, I see one through there. Yeah, I see one of them out there. The other one's probably out there too. There's the two bulls. Here she comes. She's having a hard time getting up. Come on, girl. You got arthritis or something? She can't. She has a hard time coming up. Yeah. She must be getting old. I'm starting to lose hope that I'm going to get a calf out of her. But she comes in the heat. Hopefully that white bull will breed her and he'll have his chance next year. Then I'm going to bring that young bull up, that 7-month-old bull up this fall. It'll be 8 or 9 months by the time I bring him up here. With that heifer I'm going to sell. So he can have his chance too. Yeah. Okay, well, bugs are eating me up. I gotta go. Well, my cat's watch. She's just waiting. See if she can catch something. Yeah, I was reviewing my videos from today. See if I got it. Which ones I got to edit. But the only thing I edit is if I make a video, record a video in landscape, and it somehow, if it's not at the right angle, it changes it to portrait, which don't look right, so I have to rotate it to get it to be landscape. That's about all the editing I do. Or if a video don't come out right, I'll delete it. Yeah, sun's down. Forgot to take my rag with me today. I washed it the other day, and or at least I didn't really wash it. I just rinsed it in clear water. I didn't use soap. I did it out in the pasture. I had some water in a tub. Well, there's a little bit of that afterglow. Not as much when there's clouds. When the clouds are over there, it really brightens up everything when the sun's going down. There's the other two. One there, one there. Oh, they're out eating that. That looks like it grew back pretty good. I guess I gotta decide if I want to buy quickcrete tomorrow. And start on that concrete project up there at the corral. I've been waiting to get done. Or I could go down there and start mowing grass down back in there. I'd like to get that concrete work done. I think that can wait. As long as they got something to eat, yeah. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll do the concrete tomorrow. I want to get it done. Oh, what are you chasing? Okay, I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. Whoa, comes another one. Who's the other? There's a third one. And of course the moon. Moon up in the sky. Da, da, da. Okay. Okay. All the cattle are accounted for. The other one's over there somewhere. One that just came out of the water. She's content to eat here. You can see her watermark on her belly from soaking in the water. That's all I got for today.